YouTube. This is Vargas XX78. Well guys, this will be the last video I make for Comic-Con 2010. It's been an incredible Comic-Con this year. I mean, I don't know if you guys have liked these videos, but I just really wanted to share all the awesomeness that is Comic-Con. And I've already shared with you guys things I've lived through before. And this year, the comic books I bought, because it's Comic-Con, it's all about the comic books. The very neat things I bought, and other stuff. But in this video, I wanted to share with you guys the famous people I actually got to meet at Comic-Con. Now, the very first thing I want to talk about is it happened on Friday. I met up with a friend, and we were looking at the booths. And then we went to the Sony Online booth because they were promoting DC Universe Online, and they were giving out those really cool Batman lanyards. So we got those, and then my friend noticed that Jim Lee was going to give autographs at 1 o'clock. And I've mentioned this before, I think Jim Lee's artwork is incredible. His run on X-Men was just awesome. His work with Jeff Loeb in Batman Hush is, I think, his best work in all his career. I mean, not only did he draw a really kick-ass Batman, but the story was awesome. Everything, that whole storyline is just incredible. Then, right now he's working with Frank Miller. Well, he was working with Frank Miller on All-Star Batman and Robin. And I have to admit, the only reason to check that out is because of Jim Lee's artwork. Frank Miller's writing is just all over the place there, and not that good. But we waited in line, and he was supposed to come out at 1 o'clock, and he ended up coming out at 1:15. But it was still so worth the wait, because, like I said, it's just incredible to get to meet someone that whose work you've admired for the longest time. So they were giving out these posters. I don't know if you can make them out. And the poster itself is really cool because, I mean, you can see the two main guys, Batman and the Joker here. Well, main guys for me anyway. And we got Superman and Wonder Woman and Lex Luthor and Catwoman. And they were giving these out, and Jim Lee autographed it here. That's Jim Lee's autograph. So, once I find a frame big enough, I'm so framing this poster, because not only is the poster cool, but it has the added value that it's autographed by one of my favorite artists. And so that was pretty awesome. I mean, getting to meet Jim Lee totally rocked. Not one to waste an opportunity. I actually asked him if they were ever going to finish All-Star Batman and Robin, because they got up to issue 10, and then it's been 2 years since that. But Jim Lee said that they are going to finish it in February, so that's something to look forward to right there. Then the next big person I met, and I mean big, because I met him on Sunday. Me and my brothers, I took my brothers around the booth to check out the coolest stuff and where you can get the better freebies. And we went to the Mattel booth because I wanted them to get some of the Starro masks. But they were all out, and then we were walking around the other side of the booth, and my brother says, like, "Hey, there's Kane." And I turned around, and sure enough, it was Kane. Now, for those of you that don't know or don't follow it, Kane is a WWE wrestler, and that he plays a character that's the brother of The Undertaker. And when I was younger, and even a few years ago, I was really big into WWE. Me and my brothers were. And when he started, he had this whole flame thing about him, and he wore this really cool mask, and he was like The Undertaker, but like crazy and unstoppable. And Kane was a really cool character. Right now I'm not into WWE as much as I used to be. I don't watch SmackDown anymore because it's gone down the drain, but I still watch Raw. So yeah, getting to meet Kane was pretty sweet. The guy is like incredibly tall, and now I got a picture taken with him, which I'll post in this video. But I was also able to get this. Now, when you got to him, they would give you this white piece of cardboard. They had these Mattel wrestling toys, and he would sign that. But they were giving out these free replicas of the WWE belt. And I got one of these, and instead of getting that thing signed, I asked him if he could sign this. So, you know, that's his holograph. So, yeah, not only did I get to meet Kane, which is, like I said, a really, really cool wrestler, and the guy was really, really nice. I mean, he talked to everyone that, you know, wanted to talk to him. He was nice enough to, you know, do that, and he seemed like a really nice guy, totally different from his character in wrestling, which is, you know, like I guess the case with most people. But I don't know, it's just really cool to get to actually meet someone like that, and it only happens at Comic-Con. I mean, that's one of the many reasons why I dig Comic-Con so much. So yeah, this one's also getting framed once I find somewhere to put it. Next person I met her on Saturday. I went with one of my very good friends, and we always have this really good luck meeting people when I'm with her. And on Saturday, I got to meet, I don't remember her name, but she's the actress that plays Olivia Stedham in Fringe. And that was pretty neat. If you guys haven't watched Fringe, I've missed a few episodes in the season, so I don't know what's up with that. But the show started really, really nicely. It's like it's made by J.J. Abrams, so it's like the X-Files but modernized, and they deal with all these really cool concepts like alternate dimensions and stuff like that. So as a comic book fan, you know, I'm familiar with that, so it's really, really cool. So that, I got to meet her, and that was pretty awesome. On Saturday, no, it was on Friday, I'm sorry. On Friday, we were walking around the booths, and me and my friends went to the CW booth, or the Warner Brothers booth, and I got to see William Shatner. I couldn't get in line to actually greet him like I did with the others, but because the CW on Saturday and Friday was insane. Same thing with the G4. It was just packed with people. I mean, you couldn't get through there no matter how hard you wanted. But I was able to see William Shatner, Captain Kirk, from a good enough distance, and that was pretty cool because last year I got to meet Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock. So I thought that was pretty neat. I got to see two of the cast members from the original Star Trek series, and yeah, I was really excited about that. What else? Well, the only other big thing I went, and I was a little worried I wasn't gonna be able to get into the panels because one of the problems I feel Comic-Con has with its panels is that it needs to find a way to structure it better so that it allows people to get in, because I respect the people that wait in line, you know, at night just so they can get in, but they have to find a way to fix that because getting into the panels, especially the more popular ones, is a hassle. I mean, I was waiting in line for the Marvel panel, and I couldn't get in. I actually heard that two guys were fighting over a seat, and there was a stabbing there, and well, stabbing in the sense that one of the guys got his eye scratched. But yeah, that's how crazy it gets in those things. And this year I wanted to go into more panels, but I was only able to get to one, which is really cool because it's one I wanted to go to, and that was on Sunday, the Glee panel. Now, as far as TV shows, I like to keep everything, you know, nice and diverse. I watch a whole bunch of different TV shows, but I'm always looking for one that's original. Like I mentioned this in other videos, Pushing Daisies I thought was a really original show. It was really unique, and Glee, which is the one I started watching since it began, is just unique. It's the best way to describe it would be like hour-long musical. It's about these kids that are part of this Glee club, and they have to, they're a bunch of outcasts and geeks and stuff like that. But the characters are really well defined, and that's something I really enjoy from a TV show. That the characters be well defined, that they have good enough stories, and so Glee is really cool, and it's starting to catch on because it got 19 Emmy nominations, so a lot of people are starting to take notice. But so I was really worried that I wasn't gonna get into that, but I was able to find a seat. Far off, but there were two big screens, so that wasn't so bad. So not all of the cast was there. Only Kurt, Mercedes, Artie, Brittany, and Santana were there. And if you don't know who they are, you're gonna have to watch the show. But and the writer and the director were there. So they were at the start of the panel. They showed highlights from the previous season, and they briefly talked about what was going to happen in the next season. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty neat. I mean, getting it. I've only been able to do it once before, when I was able to get into the panel for Pushing Daisies. But getting to meet the people involved in the show you like is always really neat. And on a side note, Konami's going to come out with a Glee karaoke game for the Wii, which is awesome because I own the Wii. And it's not as cool as Rock Band, let's say, because in Rock Band 4 other people could get into it playing the different instruments. But it's cool because it has all the songs from the show, and it plays with videos and highlights of the show itself. So if you like Glee, you're gonna like that karaoke game. So I thought that was pretty neat. Other than that, that's pretty much all the people I got to meet at Comic-Con. I got to see Matt Groening again, which was cool. He was at the Bongo booth signing autographs on Sunday. But well, I already have that really cool Simpsons Halloween book signed from him. But it was still nice to meet him again. Yeah, I already first thing I did on Thursday when I had the chance, I reserved my tickets for 2011. So I'm set for this time. I bought the 5-day pass, so I'll get to go to preview night. And if the minute I see that the tickets are up on sale, I'm gonna post a video to let you guys know, because if you live around the area, definitely check out Comic-Con. It's awesome. For me, it's like the one thing I look forward to for the year, because it's packed with just this whole batch of awesomeness. And like I said, I just really wanted to share all that stuff with you guys, and I hope you like the videos. So yeah, I'm done for Comic-Con, and I'll see what else I post. In the meantime, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.